Scratchin'! This is episode 3 of the Quetiapine podcast. Introducing my co-host. She makes post-traumatic stress disorder fashionable. It's Trinity Constable!
Multi-Grammy nominated, but he's never won one. It's Snoop Dogg. But Donovan Bornella.
I guess I'm Snoop Dogg. And also,
It's so hot in here. Our topic this week is trauma.
trauma, emotional, physical, mental, spiritual.
Mostly physical.
Mostly mental for me. Well, speaking of trauma,
am-
we brought together a special guest. She's not speaking, she's just sitting in the corner of the garage. It's Cameron Hoyhaya.
Yeah, we're like, who's that famous guy who started his company in a garage?
Donovan Bornella.
Who was it? Huh? Who was it? Was it the Amazon guy?
Steve Jobs. Amazon guy as well, but the Amazon guy was a millionaire and
He
his garage
literally-
was gigantic.
White people deserve nothing.
They deserve trauma, that's what they deserve. Look at me keeping on topic.
Full circle.
And you know what you need after trauma? An emotional support animal. Thank you to Cameron Hoyhaya for being our emotional support animal.
Yeah,
Cam-
fuck you.
Talking to me? Cameron, say one thing to the podcast and then be silent for the rest of it. Say one thing. What do you want to say?
She's just sitting there.
Cameron!
You look like a goofy goober.
Her face looks like a chode.
I'll fucking choke you up, bro. Okay, now silent for the rest of the podcast.
She's just sitting there listening to TikToks, being our emotional support animal.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of responses for, what's your
We
trauma?
got 5 responses! There were 3 people in total, and one of them was for me. Thank you, Rebecca and Sophie. Is that her name, Sophie or Sophia? I just looked at what your phone said.
You're not allowed to say names.
You were dropping names the last podcast.
Anyways, Rebecca and Sophie are both Libras. Everybody who responded to our trauma things are Libras. That's probably say something about Libras.
Full circle.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say, so I'm just like saying stuff for the sake of saying stuff at this point. At this point in time.
I'm so tired.
It's been 2 minutes.
Where does your trauma stem from?
My trauma. What do you wanna? There's a laundry list here. You want the clinical depression? You want the immigration? The constant moving?
Where does most of your trauma stem from?
Myself.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Like I don't know. I have a bad negative like mindset about myself. Like I have a low self-esteem. Like I think about myself quite poorly, to be frank.
I think it's because you're poor. You just hit me.
Trinity's projecting because her trauma comes from poverty. And like most of the podcast is just gonna be her chewing like a fat fucking bitch. You see the way Trinity goes through trauma, the way she grows from it and comes from it is stress eating. She eats. Remember, she's shoveling food into her mouth. She's like a beach whale. She's like, Lord, just put
I
in Lord.
literally haven't been eating lately.
Lord, it goes, no, I'm the cause of her trauma. An eating disorder. Bulimia. Anorexia. I'm so sorry, ED.
Like, I'm so sorry, you fat bitch.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry you're fat.
Don't put words into my mouth, you fat whore.
I was choking and Donovan laughed at me.
That wasn't a laugh. No. See, I'm an Aquarius moon, so the way I deal with trauma is through humor.
I'm an Aquarius moon as well, the fuck?
So when I saw your trauma, the way I was dealing with it was humor. That's how a lot of that's how a lot of people cope and grow from trauma. It's humor, right? They laugh about it, they make jokes about it. That's how you come to terms with it. That's how you bring it down.
Every time I make jokes about cutting myself, I made jokes about cutting myself the other day with Dante and Raven, and they got really uncomfortable. They were like, bro, don't joke about that.
Yeah,
it's my trauma, I can do what I want.
Yeah, it's because some people don't cope with trauma by laughing about it. But, like, it's also hard, because, like, you're laughing about it, but you're like, I can hear your music, Cameron.
For fuck's sakes. Like, well, I'll just leave.
Anyways, as I was saying...
Before you so rudely interrupted
Before I was so rudely interrupted. People cope with trauma and grow from it through humor. And that's why, like, the funniest people in the world are, like, people who've gone through so much adversity and trauma.
Yeah.
Like us. The funniest we're unlicensed therapists, life coaches without lives.
Uh-huh.
We have nothing to source our knowledge from.
I used to, like, did you ever become, like, such a person, like, everyone would come to you with their problems, that you started putting their problems before your problems?
That's me. That's
I
me.
do that
That's
all
my
the
mom.
time.
That's every Libra I've ever known.
Yeah.
Libras, we just take on problems. We bear the weight.
I had this friend, and he was, like, really, like, fucked up, and my whole, like, every single day while we were friends, it revolved around me trying to, like, fix him every single day.
Why are you talking about me like this? Stop talking
it's
about...
literally not you, because Donovan doesn't talk to me about stuff like that. Well, there was that one time you came to my house in the middle of the night crying.
It was like 11 p.m. and I was crying. I was really overwhelmed. And I used to talk about, like, my trauma, and, like, I dealt with it by talking to my friends like Jessica, from Christchurch.
Hey, Jessica. She's not listening.
She's not listening, no. She has better things to do. She has so much better things to do. She's a busy woman. She's a busy person.
She's a hard-working woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you saying?
I know, what were you saying about your friend? How did you deal with that friend? Did you cut him off?
He stopped being friends with me. He
got better and then
he got bitter, and I was in such... He got bitter through me helping him, and then he left me, and I was in such a fucked up... He left me while I was in such a horrible place. So I was like, I invented you.
It's like, I'm fixed, bye!
Literally, he, like, got what he wanted. He was like, thanks. I was literally a therapist. He was like, 10 sessions are up, bye!
I don't want to grow too reliant. I don't know. I just really don't want to grow, like, too reliant on you. So, I'm just gonna hop out. Bye-bye, I used you.
He literally, he's like, cancelling my prescription. I mean, my subscription.
Because I beat the podcast, everyone. We're talking about trauma, and we're only 3 episodes in. You know what's been traumatic? Listening to this podcast. Re-listening to this podcast is like, ew, is that my voice? Ew, is that her voice? I'm joking.
I talked about how gross my... Oh, wait, I'm gonna derail.
Go, derail.
No,
Go, derail.
No! Should I talk about my trauma?
Go talk about your trauma.
What did I write down? Daddy issues. Oh, okay, so my... Can I say this?
My father has been absent for multiple years.
My father was in prison. Can I say this?
Go ahead.
Okay, he's not gonna listen. My father was in jail for about 8 years, and I, as a child, I did not get a lot of male validation, so, from an older man, as he was not very present in my life. So I would seek that in older men, which led me to being groomed by lots of older men. And using my body for validation from a lot of older men. Should I be saying this?
Your body?
I was like 11. I was real skinty back then.
Yeah, sexual abuse is like a really, really hard thing to cope with. Like I've had friends who've like had to deal with that, right? And it's really tough because it's hard to find somebody else that relates to you. It's because you're not talking about this to random acquaintances. You're not like, remember that time I was sexually abused? Oh wait, I haven't talked about this with you. Want to get into it?
Have I told you about this?
I don't know. I kind of like absorbed it through osmosis, like that it happened to you. I'm very observant like that. I've got the mind of a mastermind.
Yeah. So
it's rough because like you're very alone in that sort of abuse. When it comes to emotional and physical abuse, you see other people go through it and people can be vocal about it and you can find sources online. But especially if you're alone, it's hard to get through that.
I still
So I feel for you, girl. I'm here for you.
Love your hair.
Love your hair.
Get through it. No, I still haven't told my mom about any of that. Thank God she's not listening to this.
The first... She could be. But the first step to getting through trauma is just opening up and talking about it. And you can talk about it by joking about it, by whispering it. I don't know. You can talk. You can write it down. Just open up and like come to like face it head on. We have experienced only 15 years of life, and we're acting like we are gurus and shamans.
I literally haven't spoken about this to like any of my therapists, any of my parents, any of my family. This is like the first time I'm talking about it, and it's on a fucking podcast.
Oh yeah, and you know what's really hurtful is that Cameron keeps playing her music so loud. I don't know how I'm supposed to get rid of this in editing.
Hey Cameron, remember when I was groomed?
No. Yeah, turn your music down, whore. No, you're not allowed to do that.
What did you say?
No,
I swear to God,
it will mess up the audio. I have to fix this in post.
She's like, what audio?
I don't even edit the podcast. I mean, Trinity does.
Don't edit it.
Here,
like, I have to edit this.
I'm frustrated on her behalf. It's what I do. I'm a Libra. I'm taking on her burdens and her traumas. I'm getting mad for her. Oh, it's raining.
I want some lollies. Okay. No, that was on the ground. Yeah.
You know, that's why I gave it to her.
I dropped on the ground, and she literally watched me drop it.
Cameron, say hi to the podcast. What do you have to say for yourself? She's like, I'm only here to mess up the audio, and that's what I want to do.
I don't think that's gonna be picked up.
It's like, you know, HGH, they always have some guy on the couch. Is it his like manager or something? He's just on the couch. He's like, Ethan says a sexist thing. His manager's like, work.
No, he's on the call.
On the call?
Yeah.
No, there's always someone in the couch.
No, you're talking about when he has guests on. Like when he had both George and Post Malone on. George was sitting on the couch and Post was sitting on the seat across from him.
Oh, okay.
Remember when AC was like, women are made to be conquered, and Joji was in the back. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I see that.
In the back, like,
dude, Joji was like full wide-eyed, like, what the fuck?
Like high as fuck, being like,
ooh. Was Elon Musk on that, or does Elon Musk have his own podcast?
He was on that other podcast.
Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan guy.
Yeah, we have Joe Rogan with us today.
He was like, what was that thing? He said he was like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little, and then he said the R word. You remember that? He's like, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm a little
I'm a little brain dead.
Oh.
Without love, life is rock and roll without a drummer. Anyways, my father was not absent for 8 years. And now he's absent and he's ruining my life.
Okay. I've given all the advice I can give. I think it's time for my Aquarius moon to hit and start
coming into retrograde.
Let's start giving some humor. Here's a funny joke about absent fathers. Sorry, I'm having commitment issues with the punchline. I really am having trouble with finding.
That's literally where my commitment issues stem from.
Oh, Carly Rae Jepsen made a song called Star.
Yeah.
I'm just going to the store, to the store. I'm just going to the store. That's about how she has so much one night stands because of her daddy issues. Because her dad abandoned her, and now she can't commit to anything, especially partners.
That's me.
That's why she has one night stands.
I always establish romantic connections and then I just dip.
Libras do that. We flirt and then we dip. If only
I was just being nice.
I wasn't flirting. My coochie was out though.
When I sent you that photo of my ass, I was just being nice.
It was a greeting in my culture.
In my fantasy. I'm standing up. It's so hot in here.
It's raining.
Put your t-shirt in. I'm literally fanning the air out of my ass.
The hot air that exists within Trinity Constable's body. You know what's another form of abuse? Drug abuse. How have you dealt with people who've had drug abuse in your life?
Kurt, my older brother, got kicked out of the house because he would drink every night. Now he's living in Fungday, and I went up there for before when COVID happened. I went up there and I would drink wine every single night.
Did he get drunk every single night in Whangarei?
Not every Whangarei. Not every.
Whangarei?
Not every single night because sometimes he wouldn't have He wouldn't have enough money to get alcohol.
See, drug abuse is the hardest.
But did I tell you about the time when he did coke and then there was some coke left on the table? And
You're really implicating your family here.
I got the coke and I threw it at Raven and he was like,
and that's why Raven.
And he was like, "Am I gonna get high?" I'm like, "It's on your toes. It'll seep through my toenails and go up to my brain."
That's why Raven is the way he is today. He's addicted to cocaine. Cocaina.
La vaca, moo. The cow, moo. La vaca.
Fantasia. Sabor. Brillante.
Her just screaming words. they don't rhyme.
Merda. Vaya, vaya, como se está.
Can you believe she went home?
I know, right? She didn't deserve any of her votes.
Blair did bad in the improv, Blair did bad in Snatch Game. Both challenges, Alexa served it up. And that bitch went home! You're like, I'm getting to it.
She had a kiddie pool underneath her fucking dress.
Fucking kiddie pool. And
her dress was so good.
Did you hear what Bob said? She was like, Blair's outfit was trying like so hard to be fashion.
It was trying so hard.
It was literally so much the opposite.
It was just a bunch of cloth.
It was just a sheet that was like taped around in a fucking swirly way.
And like I have slick wet back hair. Ooh, I'm fashion. I'm white and twinky, so I'm fashion. Imagine if somebody like Monet wore that.
Imagine if Mayhem walked out in that. They would have been like, "Girl, what? That just taped around your body."
So crafty, unbelievable. But if Blair does it, it's fine because she's a white fashion queen. Honestly.
Let's talk about the racism and the RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, back on topic.
Yeah, please.
Drug abuse. Alcohol is a drug, and alcoholism is a form of drug abuse.
I was with my friends one time. Oh, my mommy's calling me. What do I do?
Decline.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
I don't know. Decline. Are we still
I'm
recording?
gonna message my mommy and tell her that I'm recording. Oh my, this is so unprofessional.
Mommy, I'm recording a podcast. Please don't interrupt.
I'm recording the podcast.
Oh
my god, she's gonna get so fucking mad at me.
I'm recording a podcast.
Speaking of family trauma, my mum doesn't like to talk about my depression because she doesn't like to face the fact that she's the root of my depression.
My mom doesn't like to talk about my depression because she gets stressed out with her own depression far enough. She's like, I don't wanna face my problems. I don't want to face our problem.
My mom's gonna be like, "Fuck your stupid podcast, cunt."
Why can't you can communicate verbally? Like that's a thing that exists. You can do that.
Imagine if I picked up the phone and the podcast started recording the conversation I had with my mom.
Oh my god, I wonder if that works. We should test that out later. Anyways, back to the topic of drug abuse. Alcohol is a drug, and in fact, alcohol should be considered one of the worst drugs.
I was with my friends, and they were arguing if like coffee was a drug, and they were like, alcohol, like out of nowhere, my friend was just like, alcohol is drug.
Yeah.
Alcohol is drug.
Alcohol is drug.
Alcohol drug.
Alcohol drug.
Like literally just saying that over and over again, and I was like, are you good?
Alcohol is a drug, guys.
Alcohol drug. Alcohol drug.
Alcohol changes.
It's mind altering.
It's mind altering. Drugs are mind altering. Why am I moving my mic around? You're not gonna pick up. Oh my god, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You see, trauma comes in many forms, and it can come from people who you love and care about you.
For context, my mom just said to me, "I don't care, you did not get permission to leave the house, Trinity. Who do you think you are?"
Who do I think I am?
Or naked.
The rest is drag, honey. Ugh, I just flipped my very long hair. My hair extensions go down to my toenails. If it isn't 22 inches, I don't want it. If it isn't 22 inches, you're practically bald, bitch. T.S. Madison. Did Silky deserve to win that snack game?
I'm not listening.
This episode has been patched insane. You might have to like re-record.
I might have to go home. I just asked my mom, do you want me to come home? And she left me on red. I'm literally sweating. That's how scared I am. Because when mom gets mad, she gets mad.
Your voice is so monotone. It's like, I'm fearing for my life right now.
Because I'm literally like, my... Sorry, guys. As if anyone cares.
You see, trauma comes in many forms.
Yeah.
Family...
Talk about trauma.
Okay, let's talk about my trauma. I was suicidal at the age of 10.
We know, we heard last podcast.
At Mary the Queen in Philippines, I was bullied because people were envious of me. So
what?
No.
Are you saying that?
No, I'm saying that out of my own fantasy, alright? People... You can be the best person in the world. There can be 100 people in the room. And
when Lady Gaga said there could be 100 people in the room, you were shocked.
Yeah! When there are 100 people in the room, 99% don't believe in you. The other one doesn't know who you are. Literally, just keep being you. Because, like, what else are you going to do in this life? Other than be yourself, live the best, be happy.
I might start crying. No, I won't. I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
Kakiana.
I've been a bad bitch, Kakiana. And I'm still winning Pakiana. Percocet. Did you hear that new Doja Cat song? With the one with the City Girls?
No.
The chorus is, and I quote, "This pussy talk English and Spanish and French. This pussy talk, this pussy talk, this pussy talk English and Spanish and French." But Doja's verse, it's so good. The rest of the verses are so bad. Anyways, trauma.
Ain't no other pussy pop like I do.
Ain't no other pussy pop like mine do. Ain't no left track stop when I do.
When I walk into the rooms, girls quit.
I literally...
Starzy and Scarlet always safe. Rita is old, Ilona is fake. And what's that last girl's name?
What's her name? My mom just left me on red.
I just left her on red.
She asked, when will you be finished? And I said, around 6. We're recording 2 episodes. Trauma.
You know what's really traumatic?
What? Physical trauma.
Physical trauma. I've never broken a bone.
One time when I was around 8 or like 6 or whatever, I was on the scooter and I was going really fast down a hill, and I jumped off, like literally, like jumped off the scooter, and it was like, pew, and then I went down the hill.
You died on impact.
I scraped my knees.
You died
on impact. I'm a ghost today, y'all. But yeah, my knees were scraped. Like I was screaming, crying. My dad picked me up and took me home, and yeah, that was not very fun.
I
did not scrape it down to the bone though.
The people in the hospital were like, "Girl,
I did not go to hospital.
Your entire leg bone sticking out."
I was at home. My mom was like, "Get the first aid kit. We're doing some at home DIY." And then she stapled the she stapled the wound down. I was like, "It's gonna heal, Doug." Metal will deteriorate. Don't worry. She cleaned it up and she put a bandage around.
Then she filled like a syringe with like pure E. coli and injected it into her
water and put it over. My mom has like started typing and then she'll stop typing and then she start typing again, and it's been that for like.
It's called hesitating. It's called stuttering.
She's like, "Do I want to go to jail? I will kill I will kill my daughter."
Why are mothers always mean to their daughters? My mom's always mean to me. Okay.
My parents always bully me about my weight.
Oh my god, my dad always bullies other women about their weight. I think it's because he hasn't formed a respect for women.
Hope you're listening, Donovan's dad.
No, never mind. He respects women. He respects women. You know, I'm really conflicted about this. I think I
think he's okay with women. I think he can tolerate their presence.
I don't want to normalize like casual sexism, but like he hasn't told me to like conquer women or anything.
He's like, "Son, women are made to be conquered."
And then Joji was on my couch with like fucking wide-eyed.
Well, My mom still hasn't replied.
Turn it off, girl.
I just stopped talking to my mom.
Cut it off.
You know what?
She's toxic.
This is a toxic relationship. Get your CDs and leave.
She doesn't feed you. She does feed you. She doesn't give you clothes. She does give you clothes. She doesn't put a roof over your head.
I hate when parents use that as an argument for.
Bitch, you're obligated to. You're the one who gave birth to me.
I did not ask to be born. That is not a valid argument.
This is your fucking responsibility right here.
She started typing again.
She's like, and you know what?
When was the last time your parents hit you?
when it was legal. In Singapore and Philippines, it's legal.
Huh?
In like physical discipline, it's legal because it's Asian. Everybody hates Asian kids. Have you ever met a good Asian kid?
Yeah, Conrad.
Conrad, if you're listening in, oh yeah, people. Oh, you know what source of trauma? Just like Asian family mindsets. My one isn't to like such a abusive degree, but like other families, they compare their children so much and they give like so much pressure and put them to such a high standard. That you know how horrible that is as a mindset, how debilitating that is to know that you're constantly worse than someone else. You're inferior unless you're the best.
Ugh.
You're constantly putting yourself below someone else. You're putting yourself below like your cousin who knows French and the piano.
Wow.
Like literally, Asian families, of course, is going to be someone better than you. We make up a majority of the population on Earth. The world's average name is probably Ling Ling or something.
Ling Ling, not Ling Ling.
Literally, people, whenever somebody... Imagine the average guy, and then they imagine some white guy. No, the average guy is probably some Chinese guy with black hair and brown eyes. Because that's that's how populous we are. Literally... Of course there's gonna be an Asian better than you because that's just statistically possible. So stop comparing yourself to other people. Is that the purpose of your life? To be better than everyone else? What's the point of getting the best grades, right? What's the point of being the best in all of these things and having the best criteria and being the best child that you can be when you can just be fucking happy? You know how talented so many people can be, but they're not fucking happy? That's not the point of life. You're not supposed to live life trying to be the best and then you're unhappy. Don't live life going about it like that, just being unhappy.
Sometimes I find comfort in the fact that I have some direction in life.
Yeah, see, honestly, there's a lot of... I know I'm sounding like an Asian mom when I'm saying there are people homeless out there. They don't have food, they're eating rubbish for dinner. You need to be thankful. Eat your fucking vegetables.
Mary born please leave. I'm scared.
Yeah, you just need to be grateful once in a while and realize, like, you know, a majority of the population on Earth doesn't have a Wi-Fi connection.
Period.
You know how lucky we are to have an internet connection?
So no, I do that every day. Like I think about my cousins. Like my cousins, they don't have a phone.
No, literally, a majority of the population don't have clean water. A majority of the population on Earth don't have fucking clean water.
They have Instagram, but like they don't tell their friends that they don't have a phone because it's embarrassing. They use their parents' phone to post on Instagram. They like share it. They have Instagram and they're like all their accounts are on it and they just share. They like post on their story, pass it to their brother.
See, we are so lucky.
Like you're so devoid of privacy.
And then like. We can be bitchy and like rebellious teenagers, but we're very lucky and we hope our parents know we're grateful. Hey, we'll repay you down the line when we get jobs or something. I don't know. Trauma. I think, as our past conversations put it, best way to get through trauma is to like put it into perspective. Like, be grateful, be lucky. Like 100 years ago, you could have been a slave. Well, not you, no, you're white.
My dad was whatever. I'm white.
Your land could have been stolen from you.
My land is being stolen. My dad's
fucking colonizer.
My dad's mother's grandmother was like one of high in the chiefs of Napui tribe. I'm just spitballing. I don't know if this is correct, but our land is we own some land.
Isn't Cameron's grandmother a part of the Maori party?
What tribe are you?
What do you mean what tribe?
Are you Napui?
What tribe are you in, Cameron?
What?
You're Napu, right?
I'm confused what we're talking about.
She doesn't fucking know. Wow, you're so disconnected from your culture, Cameron.
That's not true. That's not true. I'm just.
I listen to K-pop every day.
My mom hasn't replied. My stomach hurts.
I think it's because she's so into colonizing.
Colonizers stealing my spices.
Oh my
Cameron
god.
doesn't know what tribe she's in. That's fucking disgusting.
Technically, Filipinos are Pacific Islanders.
Are you?
Yeah, technically, because we're an island country in the Pacific. It cannot get more fucking to the definition than that, Trinity.
I don't know. My pants are off, and my mom's mad at me for going to my friend's house.
I think this is good reason to kill yourself. Suicide is the
God.
only option,
I was
guys.
gonna kill myself the other day,
Don't!
and then I didn't.
You're not allowed!
You
Stop
have
fucking
permission
killing
from
yourself.
Ariana Grande.
You need permission.
From Boston Rob, all of your relatives, Ariana Grande,
Me?
all of her dogs,
Me again? Her dogs.
and the entire Libra constellation.
Quite you need because you gave Quite to me.
There's 7 stars in the Libra constellation, and
No.
there's 7 letters in my name. I'm just saying.
DONOVAN. Oh my
7.
god!
Wait, is it actually 7?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Wait,
I thought
what-
you were gonna like shorten your name.
Or-
Or Donovan. Oh my god.
Wait, REBECCA. Rebecca's name also has 7 letters.
Doesn't it have 2 C's?
Yeah, 2 C's. REBECCA.
That's also fucked up. I'm
7
scared.
letters, 7 letters. Trinity is 7 letters. What about Sophie
Oh my God, I'm
Atienza?
scared. You're like including
SOPHIENZA.
last names.
Middle name too. What's her middle name? Just 1 letter? 14. Oh my god, it's divisible by 7.
Divisible, not divisible. Not divisible. What's your middle name?
My middle name? Suiko. It's my mother's name. You know, growing up, I thought that everybody's middle name was just their mother's last name. But apparently people just choose their middle names. I found this out like last week. People get to choose their middle names. I mean, like
Right.
their child's middle
I
name.
did not get to choose my middle
No,
name.
like parents get to choose their child's middle name. I thought it was just like an automatic. The mother gets one part, the father gets the last part.
That actually makes
That's so much
sense.
more fair, right? I thought my family was like, oh, work. We have Suiko and Bornilla. That's my mother's name, Suiko.
Oh
my
God,
father's
I kinda
name,
wanna do
Bornilla.
that.
What's your mother's last name?
Constable. She didn't have a middle name because her dad was doing the certificate and he didn't like care about her to give her a middle name. Because my mom was abused every single day of her life. And that is a fact. Sometimes and she'll be like, you guys are fucking lucky I don't beat the shit out of you like my dad did to me.
I still have the bruises. Pulls up a really purple bruise. He's like, it's been there forever.
It won't leave.
I should get this checked out.
But
I think it's dead cells. Literally dead.
Dead cells, not dead cells. My mom still hasn't read my message.
I think she's like, we're disowning her.
She's gonna be like, she went to her friend's house without my permission.
Disowned.
I'm sending out a hit for her.
That was my dad earlier. You know, my dad's gotten so much better.
Bigger.
With
You
no,
calling your dad fat?
No.
Donovan Barnilla calling his father fat. Oh my god.
no. Usually, if I did,
Oh my
if
god.
I did one thing wrong, he'd be shouting him because that's like the Filipino mindset. Do one thing wrong, he's like, you fucking bitch. No, I'm joking. We don't swear. Me swearing. But there is like, you need to get disciplined. That's the wrong thing. But like, if I invite my friends over without permission, he's like, what? And then he just like calms down, goes to my mom, shouts at her for not parenting her children correctly, and then he's like, okay, just remind us next time, and then we can sort it out. I'm making my parents parent me like a white child. I'm forcing them to be white. No,
You westernized.
I'm so
You're way
western.
too western.
I'm whitewashed on no.
Cameron, what'd you put on your story?
Huh?
What'd you put on your story?
Watch it. You.
Why is your music so loud?
It's not that loud.
Fine, whatever. We just have to constantly talk so the white
I
noise
always
blends in.
think about how I have so many friends, and they probably consider me like really close friends, but the only people I consider close friends are you and Cameron.
Aw, thank you. I don't care about what you said. I'm just listening to the parts that were relevant to me.
Donovan is literally like, is this conversation about me? And if you say no, he's like, then I'm not interested.
Oh my god! Literally, people have
Homeboy walks into a conversation. Is this about me? No.
people
I'm
keep
not
replying to
interested.
my stories like, "You're so self-obsessed. You're so self-obsessed. You're so."
Who? I
Like-
will drag you.
No, it's mostly like,
Good friends.
oh, you know what?
I don't think you're in the slightest self-obsessed. You hate yourself.
I hate myself. No, but like you can.
But that
still-
also like
you can, like-
transcends into conceited narcissism.
No, self-obsessed. Like you can be like obsessed about every detail. Like my world revolves around me. Because, like, it's
Girl,
my
when
life.
I found out the world didn't revolve around me, I was crushed.
I was crushed. How is it not centered around me? But no.
don't
I'm
get
you're the main character of your own life. So make sure you fucking earn your like screen time. Make your character arc amazing.
You don't want to be.
Grow.
You don't want to be a sugar cane. You want to be a silky nutmeg ganache.
My fucking
Getting
God.
all the screen time.
No, you're
Picking up Miley Cyrus and slamming her into the makeup table. That's
Breaking
what you gotta
her
do with
back.
life. You gotta pick up life and slam it into the makeup table and say,
Breaking
I'm
the
the
mirror.
main character.
You're the main character of your own story, so make it your fucking movie. What genre of movie you want to make? Make
Mine
that
is
your life.
sci-fi horror. Mine is sci-fi thriller horror. Mine's like very K-12.
Mine's
Have you seen the categories that K-12 is in? It's like sci-fi, thriller, musical, romantic comedy. I'm like, bitch, pick a lane. Pick a lane.
my one's introspective, softcore horror pornography.
You're like very Silence of the Lambs, but also very Human Centipede, but also very like
Sound of
50
Music.
First Dates. You're like very.
I'm aiming for Sound of Music, Silence of the Lambs,
I am.
Silence of the Lambs, My Little Pony musical. What's your
I don't know. No, go.
do you have like spiritual, like religious trauma you've ever had to
Wait,
deal
hold
with?
on. I'm gonna tell my mom. I'm apologizing right now. I'm sending a lengthy text.
I should kill myself,
I'm
Mom.
going to ask.
I'm committing seppuku right now. Stab.
Okay. What's your question?
What have you ever gone through like some spiritual, like some existential shit as trauma?
What does that mean?
Like, have you like thought about how like alone we are in the universe?
I do that, and I'm not kidding you. I think about that every single day. I did that yesterday. I was in the car, and I thought about how my life really does have no meaning. I do that
No.
every single day.
I want to say something. Your life has meaning because you are living it. Right?
But I truly do not.
Who does it matter to? How is it meaningful to somebody else? What do you want to do? Be happy for yourself. Because it makes you feel good.
I think about how small I am.
No, you're not.
You fat bitch.
Don't put words into my mouth, you fat slut.
I think about how small I am in this fucking like big ass universe, and how I truly would not impact the world if I died.
No, you would. You would impact
No,
me. You would
I
impact
would
Cameron.
impact people, but the world, no. I think you guys, like, I think about it in so many levels.
You're
I think
my
about,
world.
I think about how it like would impact my teachers. My teachers would not give a fuck if I died. Maybe they would be sad about it for a moment or two, but after 2 weeks, girl, who the fuck is Trinity?
You know how many people are killing themselves in New Zealand? Live your life for you.
Don't we have the highest suicide rate?
Yeah, behind like South Korea, because they have batshit insane testing, and like if you fail an exam there, you're
Oh, my mom's being nice now. She said,
I don't want to kill myself
she said-
anymore.
she
I'm not
said-
suicidal.
She said, "Oh, good bub" with an X, which means she's not mad anymore.
Hey, my depression will come back in a week.
Most of my depression roots from my parents.
I'd like to say that, but at the same time, I know it's from me, and I think if you make yourself the source of your problems, then it's so easy to solve it.
I love her. So ha, fuck you, Sid. Fuck you. I did that out of nowhere.
Yeah, please don't interrupt me again, you fucking overweight whale. Kill your...
Period.
I'm joking.
Go.
Like, if you make yourself the source of your problems, you can solve that so easily just by offing yourself.
You can't see my face, but I wish we were a visual podcast right now.
Joji could never.
Wait, so...
Okay.
Most
My
of-
haters, stay tuned. Like, you
Your
can...
haters stay tuned, is that what you just said?
My haters, stay tuned!
Oh,
Ah!
I think you are a bit self-absorbed.
Ah!
This motherfucker just said his haters stay tuned. This motherfucker just said his haters stay tuned.
Out of, like...
He said y'all praying on my downfall.
I said
Oh,
that...
y'all are
I said that...
praying. Y'all viewing my story on a different account. Y'all get an account that has 0 followers and you'll be viewing my story. Okay, but
No,
that
no.
happened when I blocked someone.
No.
As soon as you block someone, motherfucking, like, user 2205 with 0 followers, 0 followers.
Oh, I was texting my ex on my cat's account.
What? Oh, yeah! For Happy New Year or Christmas. What was it?
Oh, he texted me Merry Christmas and then...
Yeah, and it was because you had blocked him everywhere else. I remember this. I was laughing so fucking hard. He texted him on a cat account, and I was literally expecting like Donovan to just reply with a meow.
He...
Because it's a cat account.
He texted me, happy birthday like a month late.
What are we doing for our birthday? Should we have a shared birthday this year?
Yeah, let's have like
No.
a party. Like a big ass
With
party.
all of our different friend groups. I bring my stoner friends. You bring your fucking musical theater friends.
I don't have musical theater friends.
Yeah, you do,
It's just Emma. Oh, I'm moving around this mic so much. Look how fucking loud these spikes
Oh my
are in the
God.
volume.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry for making
Everything.
Literally, people like send my stories to group chats
Oh my God.
and just to hate on me.
That's so ugly.
I know, right?
Y'all really be upset.
It's like, look at Donovan being fucking ugly.
Y'all so ugly.
Cameron, stop
I'd
fucking
be
laughing.
sending it to Rachel and Joshua, being like, look at this fat bitch. Ugh.
You know what? Cameron adds nothing to this podcast. In fact, I think she subtracts from it.
You just said I have to sit here and do fucking nothing after inviting me.
Me
Yeah,
and Cameron
you could say stuff. You could add something. You could produce.
Haha! Yes.
Me and Cameron got in trouble
You can.
for being in a staff parking lot.
You can produce
Remember?
content for us.
Yeah. It was yesterday. I
Was it
remember.
actually?
It wasn't yesterday.
It was not yesterday.
It's the day before.
Was it the day?
Is
I
Cameron
thought it
drunk?
was like a week ago.
It was not a week ago. It was like 2 days ago.
Oh, well, we got in trouble for being in a staff parking lot.
Both of them are
If I ever see
drunk.
that guy again, I'm gonna spit on him.
So ugly. I'm finna spit on. Didn't you say? Cameron said to me when we got in trouble, she looked at me and she said, I'm gonna suck that guy off and spit in his face.
I'm gonna
She's-
spit his
Cum in his face. And I was like, actually, that's really fierce.
So uncomfortable.
But yeah, we got in trouble for kissing in a staff parking lot. We got in trouble for
Kissing with
scissoring
teeth.
at a
Let's kiss teeth on teeth.
trauma.
You know
Do I
what?
have any? I think I aired it all out.
Same. I can smell it. I haven't aired my trauma out. I think
Go!
I'm just waiting for my
I
trauma.
literally said I was sexually abused. It's your turn.
I'm gonna air my trauma out, just like trickle it throughout the next couple episodes, just
It's
like,
just blood
just-
everywhere.
oh my god, I dropped my mic! Ah!
Look at it.
Ah! Okay, I think my trauma comes from the fact that I always feel like I'm left out and excluded. Like, I'm always,
Me.
bitch, you've been in Lincoln Heights for how many years? I've had to attend a new school every single year, and every single time, I'm either, like, fucking hated, or fucking unknown.
Celebrated.
I've
Were
only
you
been
ever in the popular groups?
once.
I
But
was.
that was, like, when I was in the nerd class, and they
remember when
only
I was-
included me out of pity, because I said I was depressed.
Cameron, remember when I was friends with those mean girls? Remember when I was friends with the mean girls at Lincoln Heights?
Wanna name me?
I can't say.
Ah!
Remember when I was friends with Angela and Sokol and stuff?
Yeah.
So I was friends with them. They were really mean girls, and I was friends with them.
Bro, do you remember when you were friends with Belson and every time you meet somebody, you guys would start twerking?
Did you know
What, you
this?
fucking 8?
Did you know that? Did you know this about me? I was friends with. Oh my god, and we were obsessed with twerking. We were
Yes.
obsessed with twerking and the song All About That Bass by Megan Trainor. We were on the bus going to like Rainbow's End and we were just singing All About That Bass and be like, I'm all about that bass. And be like twerking at like the age of like 11. Like, have you seen that video of him like on the grass and being like, he's twerking and he's like, if you want to learn how to twerk, call 0800 twerk twerk 505. And he's like belting his ass being like, if you want to learn how to twerk. That's the funniest thing. That was one of my cherished friendships. I see him at the wall all the time.
My mic didn't pick up any of that audio because I put it in my mouth and licked it.
This week I'm gonna try and
Cameron, say something.
She put the AirPod in her mouth. That's my cup. You have one.
I don't know where it is.
Oh, fine.
So,
We literally kissed before. What does this bother you?
because it's
Cameron
unhygienic.
put off kissing me for so long.
Hepatitis
How long have we been friends? 4 years? 5 years? And this
Like,
bitch,
4 years, 5 years.
this bitch put off kissing me for like 5 years.
I didn't
Kissing
kiss
your
all my
homies
damn
good
friends.
night.
Me and Donovan haven't kissed yet.
I don't
Do you
want
want
to
to
kiss you.
Kiss. Let's kiss.
She probably has.
Donovan, let's kiss.
She
don't
prob-
brush your teeth.
both of you have smoker's breath, even though you don't
Let's
smoke.
kiss.
Smoke? What's
You-
this supposed to
Let's
mean?
kiss.
No.
No.
I have standards.
What
I
standards,
thought- I
bitch? You
thought
dated
I
that ugly ass.
He was.
Ugly ass motherfucker built like the board from Ed, Ed and Eddie.
No.
Yeah.
Toothpick from Ed, Ed and Eddie.
He's built like Blair St. Clair.
A splinter from
Hope
Ed.
you're listening, Payne.
Why would you say that?
Donovan, you said it.
I never said that.
You said that in the
I
last
never
podcast.
said that. I hate my co-host. That the trauma that I've had in life is from this podcast. Filming it for months and months on end, pouring blood, sweat, and tears into editing this sound.
PTSD? Well, not like my PTSD.
We
You know what,
make
my dead
trauma
dad?
a competition.
My dead dad. You know my dead dad? He's dead. My dead dad.
Donovan's daily reminder says love my family and friends. Example, Draco.
Oh, it says Trinity right after. Look.
What the fuck?
Why do you need a reminder to love your friends?
Because sometimes I just
forget.
disassociate.
It's like, oh, we're supposed to love my friends? Okay,
See, it says E.G., Draco, and Trinity. It used to say Cameron, but then I remember not to love her.
Ew,
Oh, you don't
do
reply-
the finger without the thumb? You're one of those people. You don't do this, you do this.
doesn't fucking matter.
I do it like
This
this.
is bad bitch. This is white trailer park doing this at the...
Do you do the middle finger with your thumb or without your thumb?
Because if you do it without your thumb, then you're most likely racist.
I do it
That's
without my
racist.
thumb. Because that's what Asians do.
Did you ever
You're
get
racist.
No, did you ever get that thing in primary school where they were like, this is how you mark the finger in Chinese?
Yeah, and everyone's like,
This is how you mark the finger in Chinese. No! I'm pretty sure they do it with their middle finger, Stephanie.
And
Should we stop recording?
we have no more trauma. We passed all of our trauma onto you because you listened to this
Go
podcast.
check the replies.
The replies, there were 5.
No, check it now. Maybe some more people.
Okay. I bet it's gonna be a Libra.
Life is rock and roll without a drummer.
Nope, same people.
Same view. Okay, well let's read them because we haven't read them yet.
Okay.
So this comes from.
No, you're not supposed to say the fucking names, dumbass.
Jesus Christ!
Sexual harassment and emotional
you want
abuse.
your cup back?
I'm still learning how to not let those define me. Exactly, bitch. Don't let your fucking traumas define you. If you let...
does define me as a person because it's all I revolve around. Because I wish I would have known better than to do what I did.
Then grow from it.
I
Don't-
can't.
Don't let it fucking
It
control
follows
your
me
life.
around every single day because I still surround myself.
Then
with
tell
the people
Cameron
that
to go
groomed
away.
me.
Then tell Cameron to go away.
Why would you groom me, Cameron?
I'm sorry.
It was fun.
I
Do you
really...
know what a joke is?
No, this is what Isaac wants us to say.
Yo, we should text Isaac and be like, "Can you talk about your trauma that we put
Ooh,
you
sorry,
through?"
Isaac. Ooh.
Isaac has talked to me about some crazy.
Being
shit that's
uprooted
happened
from
to
my
him.
motherland. Yeah, no, that's true. I've been uprooted from my
Can
mother.
you stop bouncing your leg?
It's so hard to know that you're like disconnected from your culture. I've been separated from my family like most of my whole
Yeah,
life.
I miss my colonizers.
I'm choking. That's the sound of me choking. My dad killing himself because me and my sister wouldn't talk to him because he was a drug addict. And as we've talked about with drug abuse, it's like so hard to like, because addiction is really hard. You just can't go cold turkey because that's bound for a relapse, right?
Yeah. Every time someone's tried to bring up like addiction with anyone in my family, it's always like denial. It's not that serious. I'll stop. I'll eventually stop. But will you?
Same with like smoking. Same with alcohol.
This is traumatic. Me seeing her in your glasses.
The first step is like, why does everybody look like a nerd in my glasses? That's not the first step, guys. Please don't.
Did you see Cameron cut her hair?
Oh, it's a balayage.
Oh my god, no one ever fucking noticed.
I did, and I was.
Yeah, only you and my brother noticed.
I noticed.
Like now.
No, I noticed before.
Oh,
you always have
like
long
I didn't
hair.
want to say anything because you looked really bad.
You're a fucking asshole.
My toes are covered in frosting.
And I think a huge part of trauma, with like especially with drug abuse, the first step is like knowing that, acknowledging you have a problem.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It's very much the first step.
Don't deny.
I haven't faced this ever. This is the first time I do face it in my own time. But speaking about it aloud, this is the first time I've ever spoken about my trauma.
Yeah. You just need to acknowledge it. Acknowledge it's there. Acknowledge it exists. Acknowledge your progress with it. Like, Trinity acknowledges, I'm not there yet. I haven't grown yet. But you're gonna work towards it, right, you fucking bitch?
Maybe.
Whore, cunt, slut, dumpster.
I think maybe. I think it's very much, and I think it'll align.
Alright, let's get a reading from the cards. Will Trinity grow from her trauma?
I have not asked that question yet. The only questions I've asked lately are...
You flip it over in the flag of Chile.
Ever stop being annoying? I'm kidding, I would never ask the cards that because I don't have a card that says no.
I want to end the podcast.
Do you want to?
Let's deactivate the account on... Oh, so we're at 51 minutes. I think that's good, right?
I have insufficient storage.
Did it stop recording already?
No. Oh my god, it did.
Oh, I know.
Oh, it didn't save.
I guess we're using my crappy audio. Yay! My crappy audio. Okay, guys, you guys are gonna have to hear through my AirPod mic.
Okay.
That's so fun.
Oh god. So for context, my very expensive headset just stopped recording, so you guys are gonna have to listen to Donovan's
free AirPod that I found in the mud in Rotorua.
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 Okay, well,
we love you.
Do we have an outro?
We don't have an outro. In fact,
we don't need an outro. Okay, bye.
We love you. Good night.